will move on to infinity. Just here I have written minus 2. Okay, so just correct that. Okay, so in this I have this was the from minus 2 to 0. The minimum value of the function was 2, and then it was moving to infinity. So the range will be from 2 to infinity. Okay, right. Let's see. So let's now recap and do some domain questions also. We'll do some domain question, 1 or 2 domain question, and remaining for with the range question. Okay. So find the domain for. So the question is find the domain for the function f of x is equals to log base 4 log base 5 log base 3 18x minus x square minus 77. Okay, find the domain for this function, where this is log base 3 of this whole thing is log base 5, and this whole thing is for the log base 4. Okay, find the domain for this function. I'll give you some time. Find the domain for this function. Okay, so the first thing is that we have 3 different functions, 3 different parts of this. So the first part will be, see, the first part is basically that first thing is that this has to be greater than 0. This part has to be greater than 0. So first we'll try to find out solution for 18x minus x square minus 77 is greater than 0. Okay, now see, so this is, first thing is that this is the first part. So the first part we are solving is that 18x minus x square minus 77 should be greater than 0. This is the first part. So if this is greater than 0, I can multiply this with negative sign, or I can bring everything to this side. So this will become x square minus 18x plus 77 should be less than 0. The first is that whatever is inside this log, this part should be greater than 0. So I can write this as x square minus 18x plus 77 should be less than 0. Plus 77 should be less than 0. Okay. Now if I try to factorize this, this will become x square minus 11x, x square minus 11x minus 7x plus 77 should be less than 0. Okay, so these will be the factors. From this I can use the Wavy curve. So the Wavy curve, it will be the factors of this will be x minus 11 into x minus 7 should be less than 0. So these will be the factors. These will be the factors of this particular part. Okay, if these are the factors, so I can use the Wavy curve. That means I will arrange the factors in ascending order. This is 7 and 11. At infinity, it is positive. Minus infinity is positive, and at between 7 and 11, it is negative. So between this it is negative. So that means this part has to be, so the x value has to be greater than 7 and less than 11. Okay. So this is the first domain which we got. So whatever answer we will get, we should get that answer in between this. Whatever answer we will get, we should get that answer in between this. First thing. Okay. Now second part is that this whole thing, now see, the second part will be, now this whole thing from here to here, this has to be greater than 0. This has to be greater than 0. Why we can say that? Because this is in the log, this is the part as a log of log base 5. Okay. So now we can say that this log, second is that log base 3 of 18x minus x square minus 77 has to be greater than 0. First, what we have seen, we have moved from the innermost part. We have moved from the innermost part. Okay, so this part has to be greater than 0. Then we have moved from the next part, which is this part has to be greater than 0. Okay, so from which here we got this thing. From here we will find a new condition. So this is log base 3. 18x minus x square minus 77 should be greater than 0. That means 18x minus x square minus 77 has to be greater than 3 to the power 0. I'll take 3 this side. So 3 power 0. So that means 18x minus x square minus 77 should be greater than 1. Okay. 18x minus x square minus 77 should be greater than 1. Okay. This is the second part. Fine. Now that means okay, this everybody understood? Fine. So I'll solve this one also. So this is log base 3 18x minus x square minus 77. This has to be greater than, this has to be greater than 5 to the power 0. So this is log base 3 18x minus x square minus 77 is greater than 5 to the power 0. So 5 to the power 0 is equals to 1. So this becomes 18x minus x square minus 77 is greater than 3 to the power 1. So this becomes 18x minus x square minus 77 minus 3 should be greater than 0. So this becomes 18x minus x square minus, this becomes 80 should be greater than 0. So this is nothing but, if I'll take the a negative sign, so this becomes x square minus 18x plus 80 should be greater than 0. And what does this become? What are the factors of this? So this is x square minus 10x minus 8x plus 80 greater than 0. Okay, so this is x minus 10 into x minus 8 should be greater than 0. So first part we have seen before, and the second part we have seen now. And that means from this what we will get, that then this again, if I plot this as Wavy curve, so this becomes something like this. So this is, the factors are 8 and 10. So this is negative, negative, positive. So in between these, this will be positive. So that means x should be greater than 8 and less than 10. So that means x is greater than 8 and less than 10. And from the previous part, what did we get? The previous part we got was that x is less than 11 and greater than 7. X is less than 11 and greater than 7. And from this part what we got, that x is greater than 8 and less than 10. So we have to take the intersection of these two. What is the intersection of these two? By this is greater than, so this will be intersection of these two will be this set only. Okay, so the domain of the function becomes x is greater than 8 and less than 10. Okay, just check this once, then we move on to the next question. Okay, everybody understood? Fine. So let's move on to the next question. Let's see. Let's move on to the next question. So you have to find the domain of now look at the question very carefully and try to understand. So find the domain of f of x is equals to 1 upon under the root of minus log sine x minus log base is sine x and it is 10x minus of log base sine x 10x between and x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so you have to find a domain between x belongs to 0 to pi by 2, that between x belongs to 0 to pi by 2, what will be the values of x which this function can take? Between x belongs to 0 to pi by 2, what will be the value of function which it can take? What is the value of x which it can take? Okay, tell me what will the value. What are the values of x between 0 to pi by 2 which this function can take? It's a very simple question. You just have to think about it. This is a very, very simple question. Just have to think about it a little bit. Okay, let's solve this one also. See, they have given that x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. In between this, we have to find the solution. Between this, we have to find the domain. That what are the values of x in between 0 to pi by 2 which this function can take. Okay, now look at this part first. This is an under root. So that means, first look at this part, what this is. So this is log base sine x and this is 10 of x. This log is base of sine x. The base of the log is sine x. Now let's look at the curve of sine x in between 0 to pi by 2. The sine x will be something like this. Okay, this is 0, and this is pi by 2. At 0, sine will take exactly 0, and at pi by 2, sine will take exactly 1. So that means sine of x between 0 to pi by 2. So this sine of x will be less than 1 and greater than 0. Less than 1 and greater than 0. Okay, if sine x I will write as t. So this is less than 1 and greater than 0. So that means this becomes log base t of 10 of x. log base t of 10 of x. Now when this t is between 0 to 1, what kind of a base this is? What kind of a base this is? This becomes a weak base. This becomes a weak base. Understood? This becomes a weak base. If this becomes a weak base between 0 to pi by 2, this becomes a weak base. That means the function is, so this is a function, logarithmic function for strong base, and this will be the function for weak base. This will be the function for log with weak base. This is the logarithmic function for weak base. Understood? Now see, that means, and also we have on this minus 1. We have on this minus 1. Understood? And this part is in under root. This part whole thing is in under root. Okay, this part whole thing is in under root. That means this whole thing has to be greater than 0. That means this whole thing has to be greater than 0. Fine. Let's draw this once again. Let's write this once again. That means minus of log t is a weak base, tan of x should be greater than 0. That means log base t is a weak base, tan of x should be minus, I will take on the other side, so this will be less than 0. Less than 0. Tan x should be less than 0. That means tan of x, see, one more thing, that if this is a weak base, when this part is less than 0, when this whole thing is less than 0, sorry, this is a strong base, so we have to draw for weak base. Weak base is something like this. Weak base is something like this. Okay, so when this is less than 0, starting with this part is x is equals to 1 and till infinity. From 1 till infinity, this is less than 0. From 1 till infinity, this is less than 0. That means tan of x should belongs to 1 to infinity. Tan of x should belongs to 1 to infinity. That means tan of x should belongs to 1 to infinity. Tan of x belongs to 1 to infinity. Let's try to draw the graph of tan of x in between 0 to pi by 2. So tan of x graph between 0 to pi by 2 will be something like this. At pi by 2 it is infinity. Okay, and tan of x should be from 1 to infinity, and tan of x should be from 1 to infinity. Tan of x at pi by 4, this tan of x will become 4. This tan of x will become 1. At x is equals to pi by 4, the tan of x will become 1. So that means x should belongs to pi by 4 2, and at pi by 2 this tan will become infinity. Tan will become pi by 2. So that means the bigger domain or the bigger part of x they have given us as from 0 to pi by 2. But when x is from 0 to pi by 2, it will not take all the values. Which values it will be able to take? It will be able to take only the values which are between pi by 4 to pi by 2. Okay, I will explain this once again. This was the original function which was given to us. This was the original function which was given to us. They have given minus of log base sin x tan x. Minus of log base sin x tan x. And x belongs to 0 to pi by 2. In between 0 to pi by 2, only you have to check. You don't have to check everywhere, just between 0 to pi by 2. So they have made our lives a little more easy. They have made a question a little more easier. Okay. Now, what we have to check is that what this base is. Because first, what I have to check is for the base of log. What kind of a log? Is this a log with strong base, or is this a log with weak base? So first, what we will check that what are the values of sin x which it can take. Okay. For sin x between 0 to pi by 2, sin x will take values from here to here. Okay, so that means at 0 sin is 0 and at pi by 2 sin is 1. Okay, but this is between 0 to 1, so that means sin x will take all values between 0 to 1. If sin x I will replace with t, sin x if I replace with t, so this becomes minus log base t tan of x. Now this t is a weak base. This t is a weak base. That means this log, we are talking about a log with weak base. Understood? Now we'll rewrite this once again. So this is the part. Also, whatever is inside root, this whole thing should be greater than 0. That is what I have written. This whole thing should be greater than 0. Okay, along with its sign. So I have written minus of log base t tan of x should be greater than 0. Okay, that means log base t tan of x should be less than 0 if I multiply this minus sign on the other side. So then equality will change. So that means I have to find the condition. So I have to find the condition on tan x. I have to find the condition on tan x for which values of x it can take such that this whole thing will be less than 0. Okay. Now this is a weak base. This is a function for strong base, and this is the function for weak base. This is the general representation for weak base. Now weak base log with weak base are generally less than or negative for x is equals to 1 and for means are less than 0 when they are from x more than x is equals to 1 until infinity. When x is reaching till infinity, they will keep on becoming negative, 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 and negative. Okay, and that is what we have to find. This whole part has to be negative. So that means tan of x has to belong to this domain, this values. Tan of x has to belong to this part, and tan of x should belong to 1 till infinity. At which point tan of x is 1? Tan of x is 1 at pi by 4. At which point tan of x is infinity? Tan of x is infinity at pi by 2. So that means when x is taking value from pi by 2 to pi by 2, this function will have the domain defined. Okay, for these values of x only, the function will be defined. That means in under root you will have only positive values. This is okay for everyone. Fine. Okay, now let's see. For the same part, we have understood that we have taken the breaking down the question into two distinct sets. First is we have found for sin x, we have found the values for sin x, and then we have found the values, used the value of tan x. For the same question, we have found for sin x first, and then we have used for tan x. Sin x was easy for us to understand. The sin x was only given for us to mislead that what kind of a question this is. Sin x was only given for us to use it as a weak base. Sin x was only given for us to use it as a weak base. Understood? Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. You have to find the domain of under the root of log 0.4 x minus 1 upon x plus 5 upon x plus 5. X minus 1 upon x plus 5. Log 0.4, this is f of x. You have to find the domain of this function. Now what is this? This is a weak base. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes, solve this question. And if you get the answer, please, you can text me, message me, or write it in the all chat. Okay, so let's see. So basically what we have to do is inside this function, inside the root, whatever is given has to be greater than 0. Whatever is given inside the root has to be greater than 0. This whole part has to be greater than 0. And this whole part is basically nothing but log with weak base. This whole part is basically nothing but log with weak base. That means log of 0.4 of x minus 1 upon x plus 5 should be greater than 0. Greater than or equal to, sorry, greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so this whole part has to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay. If this whole part has to be greater than or equal to 0, and this is a log with weak base. This is a log with weak base. That also, and also, whatever is inside the log, this thing also has to be x minus 1 upon x plus 5 also has to be greater than 0. Okay, first thing is that log of this thing has to be greater than 0, and second part is log, this part also has to be greater than 0. Why this has to be greater than 0? Because this is inside the log. So we will have two different sets. Two different things you have to solve is that this part combining with log has to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, and second part that this has to be greater than 0. Okay, fine, very good. Now if this part has to be greater than 0, if this whole thing has to be greater than 0, now let's see a condition. Now log with weak base, log with strong base is the function something like this, and log with weak base will be something like this. Okay, if this whole thing has to be greater than 0, if here this whole thing has to be greater than 0, if this whole thing has to be greater than 0, that means this thing whatever is inside, this thing whatever is inside has to be less than 1, has to be less than 1 and greater than 0. That means this thing inside should lie where? This thing inside should lie in between this. This thing inside should lie between this. That means x minus 1 upon x plus 5 should be less than 1, should be less than 1, less than or equals to 1, and this whole thing should be greater than 0. This whole thing should be greater than 0. Okay, so this already has been taken care of this. So what we'll do, we'll find this separately, we'll find this condition separately, and we'll find this condition separately. Whatever we'll get the solution from these both two combined, we will take the intersection of that. Whatever we'll get the solution from this, we'll take the intersection of that solution from the solution of this. I hope this everybody understood. I'll repeat it once again. This is a log, this is a root question, and inside the root they have given us a log with weak base. Inside the root they have given us the log with weak base. Okay, so first thing is that whatever is inside the root, this part has to be greater than 0. This part has to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, whatever is inside the root, this part has to be greater than equal to 0. Okay, now this log is with weak base. This log is with weak base. So that means weak base, the function will look like something like this. The weak base, the function will look something like this. Okay, that means whatever is inside, this inside value should always take the values in between this. That means this is x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1. Whatever is inside or is should take value between these parts. That means if this whole thing I'm considering as x, so or this is capital X, that means capital X should be greater than 0 and less than 1. That means this thing has to be greater than 0 and less than equals to 1. Also, whatever is inside this part has to be greater than 0. So what I'll do, I'll break this whole thing into two parts, into two different inequalities which we have to solve. First is this inequality should be greater than 0. Second is this inequality should be less than equals to 1. Okay, both are what? Both are the questions of Fevicur. Both are the questions of Fevicur. So we'll solve them separately. First, I will solve for the first part. That is this thing. X minus 1 upon x plus 5 should be x minus 1 upon x plus 5 should be greater than 0. So this is x minus 1 upon x plus 5 should be greater than 0. What are the roots? The roots are, or what are the critical points? The critical points are minus 5 and 1. Minus 5 and 1. At x tending to infinity, this is positive. At x tending to infinity, this is positive. Then both the powers are odd. This will be the Fevicur. So this is positive, this is negative, this is positive. So what will be the solution from this? So that means x belongs to minus infinity to minus 5 close bracket union 1 to infinity. So this will be the solution. So that means x belongs to minus infinity to minus 5 union 1 to infinity. So first part we have got this as a solution. Understood? Now we have to solve for the second part. I'll solve for the second part on the next page. This is x minus 1 upon x plus 5. So this is x minus 1 upon x plus 5 should be greater than equals to 1. Now how will we solve this? We'll bring this 1 on this side. This is x minus 1 minus 1 upon x plus 5. This should be greater than equal to 0. So this I will write as x minus 1 minus x minus 5 upon x plus 5 should be greater than equal to 0. This and this gets cancelled. So this becomes minus of 6 upon x plus 5 should be greater than equal to 0. If I multiply with minus on both sides, so this will become 6 upon x plus 5 should be less than equal to 0. Understood? This should be less than equals to 0. This everybody understood? Fine? Okay? This everybody understood? Oh, sorry. I've taken the inequality wrong. So this has to be less than equals to 1. So this has to be less than equals to 0. So this has to be less than equals to 0. This has to be less than equals to 0. So this has to be, greater than equals to 0. But this part was, this thing has to be less than equals to 1. So less than equals to 1, I will bring this one on this side. So this will become minus 1. This will be less than equal to 0, less than equal to 0, less than equal to 0. And then afterwards, I will change, multiply with minus and I'll bring everything on this side. So this has to be greater than equal to 0. We have, again, this thing we can solve using the Wavy curve. Again, this thing we can solve using the Wavy curve. So only one critical point, which is minus 5, only one critical point, which is minus 5. At infinity, this is positive. At negative infinity, is this negative. So positive, negative. We have to take only positive values because 5 is in denominator. So that means from minus 5 to infinity, excluded. So for the second part, we have x belongs to minus 5 to infinity. X belongs to minus 5 to infinity. Okay. Now see, in the first part, we have got x belongs to minus infinity to minus 5 and then union 1 to infinity. And from the second part, we have got x belongs to minus 5 to infinity. Minus 5 to infinity. Then what do you think will be the intersection of both of them? Intersection of both of them will be nothing but, from 1 to infinity. From 1 to infinity. Intersection of these two will be from 1 to infinity. Okay, so this will be the common set for both of the inequalities, such that if x belongs to these sets, we will have a proper solution, or we will have a proper value inside the root, or we will have a positive value inside the root. We will have a positive value inside the root. Okay, so for this one, the solution is x belongs to 1 to infinity, both not infinity. Understood? Fine. Just look at it once again, and then we'll solve the next one. I'll give you one more question. One of you have asked question that why this part should lie between 0 to 1. Why this part should lie between 0 to 1. See, this is a log with weak base. This is a log with weak base. So whatever value this part will take, will define the overall value. Will define. So let's take this as k. Let this as capital X. Let this as capital X. Now for this one, the log with weak base, the function will look something like this. The function will look something like this. Okay. So what values of capital X, for what values of capital X, this whole thing is positive. For what values of capital X, this whole thing is positive. When capital X is taking values from 0 to 1, between 0 to 1, this is positive. From 0 to 1, this is getting positive. If I take more than 1, the graph will become negative. That means it will lie below x-axis. The graph will be negative. That means this capital X should lie between 0 to 1. Okay. And 1 can be included. Why 1 can be included? Why capital X? Why this whole thing can be 1? Why it can be 1? Because this whole thing can be 0. This whole thing can be 0. So we'll just find out that this x minus 1 upon x plus 5 should be greater than 0 and less than equals to minus 1. Okay. Now one more condition, that whatever is inside log, this has to be greater than 0. So this part is already taking care of that. So we'll break this part into two parts. We'll this into two parts. First is that first thing that x minus 1 upon x plus 5 should be less than equals to 1 separately, and at the same time it has to be greater than 0. X minus 1 upon x plus 5 has to be less than equals to 1, and it has to be greater than 0. For which values of such x, you will have the values of this whole thing capital X between 0 to 1. Okay. So we'll find that for these x, that is x is from 1 to infinity, whatever x you will substitute, you will always get the values of that capital X between 0 to 1. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now write down the next question. Okay, so this was okay. Now find the domain of log 1 by 2 e to the power log base 1 by 2 e to the power x minus 2. This is f of x. Log 1 by 2 e to the power x minus 2. This is f of x. You have to find the domain of this function. Okay. When you get, just send me the message or write in the all chat. Just tell me what is the domain of this function with weak base and e to the power x minus. Fine. So let's try to find out. So basically for this question, this is much simpler than the previous one. So this is a weak base. This is a weak base, and this is the, suppose this is capital X inside the weak base. So the weak base function, log function, will look something like this. The weak base function will look something like this. For this whole thing, for weak base function, this looks something like this. Now, is there any under root? Is there any under root, or this if this thing is divided? No. So that means the only condition on this part should be, the only condition of capital X should be, the capital X should be greater than 0. The only condition of capital X should be, the capital X should be greater than 0. That means e to the power x minus 2 should be greater than 0. That means e to the power x should be greater than 2. By understood? By if this was in under root, of if this was divided, then we would have thought about something. But this is normal log 1 by 2, base 1 by 2, or log of weak base e to the power x minus 2. So the only condition which exists on this particular part, e to the power x minus 2, I'm considering this as x, I'm writing this as, terming this as x. If this is x, capital X should be only greater than 0. If capital X is greater than 0, e to the power x minus 2 should be greater than 0. That means e to the power x should be greater than 2. Okay. E to the power x means a weak x, a strong exponent graph are something like this. Okay. Now e to the power x should be greater than 2. E is something 2 point something. Okay. E is 2 point something. That means this is which point? This point is 1 comma 0. Sorry. This point is 0 comma 1. But this point is 0 comma 1 when x is equal to 0 is 1. So when y is equals to some 2, this whole thing is y. So when y is 2 and greater, fine. So that means whatever value of x will give you this thing as, whatever value will give you e to the power x is equals to 2. So e to the power x is equals to 2. Okay. E to the power x is equals to 2. That means x, I can take log on both sides. So this will be log base e to the power x is equals to log base e2. So this will become x is equals to log 2 base e. This will become x is equals to, at this point, x is equals to log of 2 base e. So that means from log 2 base e, it can move up to infinity. So the domain of this function will be from log 2 base e to infinity. From log 2 base e to infinity. Now if I substitute log 2 base e in this, this will become 0, and 0 is not included. So from 0 to infinity. That means from log 2 base e to infinity. Everybody understood this? Okay. Fine. So I'll explain this part once again. Now see, this is e to the power x minus 2. E to the power x minus 2 should be greater than 0. E to the power x minus 2 should be greater than 0. Log exponential function, strong exponential function will be something like this. This point is 0 comma 1. That means when x is equal to 0, y is 1. So e to the power 2 will be, so this is e to the power x should be greater than 2. E2 will be somewhere above. So I'll take the value of 2, and for this I should get some x1. I will find it. So that means e to the power x1 is equals to 2. I will find this value of x1. If I take log both sides, so this will become log base e to the power x1 is equals to log base e2. Okay. So this x1 will come outside. So x1 is equals to log 2e. This log e base e will become 1. So that means x1 is log 2 base e. So x1 is equals to log of 2 base e. And till where it can move? It can move up to infinity, because this whole part will become positive. So that means x is moving from log 2 base e up to infinity. So the domain of this will also become log 2 base e to infinity. This will also be open bracket. Why this will be an open bracket? Because if I substitute this value, it will become log of, this will become 0. So that means I will exclude this part. Okay, I'll give you one more question on this. Now this is Okay, so find the domain. Find the domain. Find the domain of f of x is equals to under the root of 1 by 2 to the power 1 by 2 to the power x square 1 by 2 to the power x square plus 2x plus 3 x square plus 2x minus 3 x square plus 2x minus 3. You have to find the domain of, we have to find the domain of this particular function. You have to find the domain of this particular function. Think about it. Think about it and tell me what you will get. Think about it. Let's see who can get the answer first. Let's see who can get the answer first. This is a very, very simple question. Let's see who can get the answer first. Okay, see. So what this question is saying that there is an under root, and what the thing which is in under root is 1 by 2 to the power something, 1 by 2 to the power something. Okay. So what you do, most of you have started finding what is the solution for this, what are the range for this, what is the value. Now see, whatever value of 1 by, whatever power of 1 by 2 you will keep, no matter what power of 1 by 2 you will keep, you will always get greater than 0. You will always get greater than 0. No matter what value of 1 by 2 you will keep, no matter what power of 1 by 2 you will keep, you will always get you will always get the value greater than 0. So that means no matter what this power becomes, this whole thing will always be greater than 0. No matter what this power becomes, this thing, what this power becomes, this whole thing will always be greater than 0. That means there is no restriction on x. That means there will be no restriction on x. That means x can take any value, whatever value it is, when it is taken to the power, it will always be positive, right? So that means what will be the domain of x? So that means x will belongs to real numbers. X will belongs to real numbers, because no matter what x you will take, whatever x you will take, you will have 1 by 2s, even as a positive number. So that the positive number will be inside this root. Okay, so I'll give you one more question. Let's see if you can find this. The question is log 0.3 log base 0.3 mod of x minus 2 upon mod of x is in under root. Okay, log 0.3 mod of x minus 2 upon mod of x. This is f of x. You have to find the domain of this function. Think very carefully what is in the numerator, what is in the denominator, and then tell me the answer. Okay, let's see. So first is let's divide this whole question into two parts. First is this thing, and the another one is this thing. And why am I dividing into two parts? Because there is a mod of x in the denominator. Mod of x will always be greater than or equal to 0. This mod of x will always be greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Only problem with this mod of x is that somewhere it will become equal to 0. And what is this value? When x is equal to 0, when x is equal to 0, this denominator is equals to 0. And we do not want that. So that means the first thing which we'll take is that x should not be equals to 0. X should not be equals to 0. From this we are inferring that x should not be equals to 0. If x is not equal to 0 and denominator is always positive, for all other values it is always positive, that means this will not affect the sign of this part. That means this will not affect the sign of this part. That means I can completely remove this. I can completely remove this mod of x. Why I can completely remove this mod of x? Because I've already taken into consideration that x is not equal to 0. That x is not equal to 0. If x is not equal to 0, this is harmless. But this is harmless for us. Why? Because this will never become negative. If this is never negative, this will not affect whatever is inside the root. Even if it is a very small value or if it is a very large value, it is okay. 1 by 10,000 is fine. 1 by 0.00001 is fine. Understood? But that means this part is unharmed, or it cannot harm the whole function if I have already considered that x is not equal to 0. If x is not equal to 0, I will remove this part completely. So that means according to me, my new question becomes f of x is equals to under the root of, the new question which becomes is log 0.3 into mod of x minus 2 into mod, log 0.3 mod of x minus 2. And this for x is not equals to 0. For x not equal to 0. Okay. So now I have to find out that for what values of x, this part will give me positive. Okay. So that means log of 0.3 mod of x minus 2 should give me the value greater than equal to 0. That means mod of the log of base 0.3 upon x in x minus 2 should give me greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Now this is a perfect example of weak base. This is a weak base, right? Log with weak base the graph will look something like this. The graph will look something like this. Okay. Whenever this is greater than 0, whenever this whole part is greater than 0, in between these values of x, suppose I am treating this as capital X. Suppose I am treating this as capital X. So this should be the range of capital X. This should be the values which capital X can take. So that means capital X can belongs to less than equals to 1. Capital X can belongs to less than equals to 1 or greater than equal to 0. Capital X can belongs to less than equals to 1 or greater than equal to 0. Okay. Now I'll substitute the value of capital X as x minus 2. Capital X as this part. So this is mod of x minus 2 should be greater than or equal to 0, or mod capital X should be greater than 0. Capital X should be greater than 0. Capital X should be greater than 0 and less than equals to 1. Capital X should be greater than 0 and less than equals to 1. Why greater than or equal to? Because this part cannot be equal to 0. Understood? So that means capital X should be greater than 0 and less than equals to 1. Okay. Now see, mod of x minus 2 is always greater than or equal to 0. Mod of x minus 2 is always greater than or equal to 0. But in this case, we do not have to take equal to. In this case, we do not have to take equal to. That means which value of x I cannot take? Only the value of x cannot be equals to 0. If x becomes equals to, if x becomes equals to 2, this 2 minus 2 will become 0 and this whole thing will become 0. So that means x is not equal to 0. We have already considered one case. From this part, we will also have that x should not be also equals to 2. So these two values I have excluded first. These two values I have excluded first. These two values I have excluded first. Okay. Now, the only part which is left for me to solve is that mod of x minus 2, mod of x minus 2 is less than equals to 1. Okay. Mod of x minus 2 should be less than equals to 1. Okay. Now, I have to solve this part. Mod of x minus 2 should be less than equals to 1. Okay. Now, see, for which values of x, I have to check for which values of x this will be less than equals to 1. So what we can do is, then we can open this with plus minus sign. We can open with this plus minus sign. That means that maximum value of x which this can take is 3. Maximum value of this which this can take is 3. That means if suppose x becomes 3, this whole part will become 1. Mod of 1 is 1. So this is equals to, so that means I can take x is equals to 3. And if I move on the right side, what will I get? X is equals to 4, 5, 6, 7. Substituting the values of x is equals to 4, 5, 6, 7, what will I get? I will get more than 1. Suppose 2, 3, 4, 5. More than 1. So that means it will not satisfy. So that means x should be less than or equals to 3. That means x should be less than or equals to 3. First thing is this. Okay. Now let's take the minimum value of x for which this will be equals to 1. The minimum value of x for which this will be equals to 1 will be 1. When x is equals to 1, 1 minus 2 will become what? 1 minus 2 will become minus 1. Minus 1, mod of minus 1 will be equals to 1. Okay. So that means the minimum value of x will be minus 1. X will be minus 1. Anything after minus 1 will give you, what? Anything after minus 1 will give you what? Suppose we are taking 0.5. 0.5. Let's see. 0.5 if I take, what will happen? 0.5 if I take, this will become minus 0.5 if I take. So this will become minus of 0.5. X is equals to 1. X is equals to 1. So after 1 if I take 1.1 minus of 2 will become 0.9. Mod of 0.9 less than equals to 1. Correct. Suppose I will take 1.5. 1.5 minus 2 will become 0.5. 0.5 is less than 1. Yes. So that means any value of x between 1 to 3. Any value of x between 1 to 3 will give you what? Any value of x between 1 to 3 will give you what? Will satisfy this equation. Any value of x between 1 to 3 will satisfy this equation. Understood? Okay. Now see, this is just by looking at the function. Okay. So one more thing which I can do is this whole part is less than equals to 1. I can write this as, this is mod of x minus 2 is less than equals to 1. So that means x minus 2 should be less than equals to 1 and x minus 2 should be greater than equals to minus 1. Okay, x minus 2 should be less than equals to 1 and x minus 2 should be greater than equals to minus 1. That means x should, because if I am opening the mod, whatever is inside should be less than 1 and greater than minus 1. If I take 2 this side, so this will be 3, and if I take 2 this side, this will be 1. So that means x is greater than 1 and less than 3. Same thing which we are getting from the observation, from the solution which we derived by just by observing the part. Okay. Also, we know that x cannot be equal to 0 and x cannot be equal to 2. If x cannot be equal to 0 and x cannot be equal to 2, only 2 is included in this part. So x is not equal to 0 and x is not equal to 2. So what will be the overall domain? X belongs to 1, 2, 3 minus which element I will remove? Minus 2. X is from 1 to 3 minus 2. Understood? Fine. So this was for today's class. Now what I'll request you to do is solve as many domain questions as you can. Because the next part we'll move on to will be invertible function as well as the composite function. For composite function, this was very necessary for you to understand all the kind of function and the range of it. Okay, I'll show you the slides. I'll show you the notes. Yes. find it. Take the snapshot.